Hi HDM, how are you guys? It's your queen Hazel Dior back with another video. I got my letter for surgery. Yay, woohoo, woohoo. And on top of that, I got my consultation scheduled for breast augmentation. Can you believe that? I'm like, oh my god, it is happening because I heard of like people having to wait months and months before they even got a call back. I just like happened to call them and then they was like boom 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 3 months from now. The city I have to go to, it's only like an hour from me, so not too bad, not too bad. I am so excited. This journey means so much to be taking that extra step in my transition to be one step closer to the dream goal of how I want to look. Very excited. So I'm just so excited. Like, I'm back doing my laser. I have consultations and letters and shit for my surgery. Like, bitch making moves. And I'm so glad you guys can be on this journey with me. Future surgeries. I talked about this a couple times, but I never gave you guys an answer. SRS. Do I honestly want SRS? Is I'm going to get SRS? Yes, I do want SRS. Like, I want it. I always wanted it low key. I just kept trying to like suppress it until I'll just make up my mind in the future, which is it's not gonna happen soon. Like soon, I'm going to take care of other things first. That's going to be my end goal is SRS. Even if insurance will pay for it, you know, soon in the like next year or whatever, I wouldn't want to get it because I have to be secure in my life. I have to be like really secure for that type of procedure. And by me being in the business that I am in, that will take a huge turn. It will really like pivot. So I would not get SRS by being in. I don't want to get it while I'm in this business. We're gonna get into that. So yes, I do want SRS, you guys. I always wanted it. I never wanted this piece down here. I am getting an orchiectomy first. Don't get that wrong. That's gonna happen like soon. That's a fact. I'm getting voice feminization surgery too. So all three of those is gonna happen within the next year. Let's just say that. In the next year, I will have all of those things done. Period. Point blank. I'm not waiting no 2, 3, 4, 5. No. I'm getting all those things done first. Even though voice training is cool and all that, like I, did the voice training video, and like you can voice train, that can really help. The fact that able to still go in the low range, that will bother me. That's the reason why I want voice feminization surgery. I just want it to be at a higher pitch at all times. Orchiectomy, it will stop producing testosterone and it will really film you out and cunt you out for real. You won't have that testosterone, testicles, reproductive, organs in your body that can be removed, and it would just make me feel just so much more like a woman having those things done. Because this dysphoria has been kicking my ass, y'all. It's been weighing very heavy on me. Anytime I'm getting pleasured or pleasuring myself, I always imagine it being a vagina. Anytime, it doesn't matter how attractive the person, the male is, I have to think of them doing whatever they're doing to my vajayjay. That's the only way I'm able to get happy at all. It's been that way. I have never once been with a person and not thought about it. You know, sex work put a lot of pressure on us girls to keep that part down there, to like appreciate it, because like the men will shame you, bash you, and put you down because you know have the vajayjay. I know of that. The guys appreciate it so much, and I'm like, well, sex work, escorting isn't my life. It's my life currently, but this is my job. But that just really honestly something that I want, and it's something I always wanted. I was too hesitant to say it by me being an escort, being in entertainment business, how the guys appreciate it so much. I don't really know how to explain it, you guys. I just feel really, really pressure and forced to keep a part that I never wanted ever. That's how powerful influence is, you guys. I'll tell you guys my stories of influence and of social media. You like watching the girls on Twitter, the girls that's in the entertainment business that have, somewhat of a name for themselves and make all this money on OnlyFans, and they have videos of them, having sex with the guy and penetrating them, and so confidently talk about it so confidently. They could talk about it in a video. Yeah, I F that. Yeah, that I'ma F him. I'ma F you. They talk about it so loosely. That made me very confident. Like, oh snap, I can be a woman and have the part, and I guess I don't have to get rid of it. I was thinking about it in that way, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're a woman. You ain't a man. You don't fuck. You do not penetrate men. You are a woman. This is no shame to no other girl, because you still can be a woman regardless. I'm just speaking my truth for myself. But to me, getting on top of the guys and penetrating them is, it's not woman-like. It's not woman-like at all. And that's not something I'm interested in, and it's not something I even want to do, even in sex work now. I haven't been doing it in quite a little minute though. I haven't been doing it. And I'm not pressuring myself to do it. It's the pressure come my way, and then I've had to push it back. Can you do this? Can you? No, I am a woman, honey. I have toys and stuff. I can do it that way. I can put on a look. I'm trying to be more cleaned up on my channel, but I don't even know if I'm gonna post this on the channel. This might be just for y'all membership, so I guess we can be a little raw, uncut, a little nitty gritty, okay, baby? So, oh my god, I have this out here. I was supposed to put a little highlight on, you guys. I just put a facial mask on. This right here, just get rid of all them nasty like crevices and bumps, razor bumps and blackheads out your face. I've been using this, so this is why my skin is real nice. Well, I haven't always used this, but I always use something like this. So this aids in really nice clean skin like this. You know what I need to start doing is just print out the messages out of my phone so I can read it to you guys instead of having to write down all those messages, because it's so many messages. I want to try to hear it from the horse's mouth, and y'all would gag at this type of stuff that I get. The guy will text you literally and say, I want you to fuck my big bubble butt. I want you to put that big ass dick inside of me. I want you to fuck me until I pass out. Yes, all that type of stuff. I want you to fuck me real hard. Like, I want you to put your hips into it. I want you to thrust, like some unimaginable shit. And honestly, I am downplaying it right now, because they go more in than that. And as a woman, I don't even want to say that type of stuff. I have grown into my womanhood so much, you guys. So much. The Hazel a year or two ago, I have grown so much, you guys. Like, I'm looking back at that stuff and watch videos of me, and I'm like, girl, what kind of woman are you? That's the growth of transition. I knew I was gonna grow, but when you're in a moment, you know, you're not thinking that way. So now the lady is coming to the scene now of Hazel, and like, okay, now you want to present yourself this way. I don't want to be one of the girls that's advertised as a whore, that someone that just fuck men and come, and you know, just because being aggressive, being an aggressive top. How she a woman and she fucking men and dominated? Like, no, I don't. No, that's not a woman, honey. That's not my definition of a woman. I did not transition to top a man. I never thought that I would top a man during transition, because I wasn't doing this. I wasn't doing it before. When I was living my life as a gay male, I was not topping. I did top before. My ex, well, he was a bottom and I turned him into a top, actually. So that kind of how that went. But I wasn't even doing this shit before, and I'm doing it, and I have did it more so ever as a woman. Isn't that something? And it's a lot of pressure, not from society, but from the man behind closed doors that a lot of you don't know nothing about. If you having a session with a guy and you're not getting hard and aroused for him, he will be like, you can't get hard for me? Like, yeah, well, give me time to get up for you. Oh, it's not working for you? I want you to fuck. You know, then they start saying things that they think is sexy, that's going to turn you on. No, by you saying that, that's turning me off, because it's already hard enough for me as a woman, and I'm looking and I can see a reflection in the mirror of myself. I can see the shadow on the wall of myself, and I'm looking down and I'm just seeing woman. You know, that it was, I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot easier when I first started transitioning to type of guy, but now it's like, girl, I got a strap on for you motherfucking hoes. I have a strap on for you, man. I have a dildo. I have all of that. So if you're interested in that, and look, I'm not knocking none of you men. If you want to get fucked by a big dick tranny, as you guys will say in the entertainment world anyway, you want to get fucked by a big dick tranny, absolutely. I ain't bashing you or none of that. None of that. Just don't force me and pressure me to do that to you if I can't get up for you. Because for one, when you're dealing with transsexuals, trans women, you have to be aware that we're on hormone therapy. We're taking surgical measures. We're doing stuff to our body that won't allow us to get hard or even come for you guys. It's like really, really hard. We have to really like kind of be like really into you, honestly. Find something very attractive, sexy, for us to get happy in that area. So it was easier for me years ago. It was easier for me when I first started hormones, because my body had been like transition at the time. Now it's like, okay, girl, what is you doing? Is you a man, bitch? No. Be happy with yourself. Be happy. It's not me downplaying the man. You still can come hit me up and all that. It's like a lot of the entertainment business fought and sex workers by, I don't know if it was pressure on them to just make them love their dicks and to fuck men. Like, well, the man like it. This my pleasure area, why not? And it's more so, and a lot of girls is doing it. Like in the porn industry, you click in transsexual in the search thing, you're going to see a transsexual fucking a man. But in reality, it doesn't work that way because I'm not a porn actress. I don't know what them girls is taking to. I don't know what them girls is taking in the movies, them scenes to be getting aroused and come the way they do. They cannot be on hormones, baby. And if you is on hormones, you got some special remedy that I don't know nothing about. By that being out there so much, and the general public is getting a hold of that information. They think that's what trans women, do, and it's making us. And I have heard this from men, from dates and all. Like, wow, that's like some aggressive type. Wow, like, why you're transitioning and you using your penis to penetrate another man? Like, who wears the pants? Right, I'm a very submissive being. I always want the men will wear the pants, okay? Me being independent, being a boss, being a leader does not make me a dominant person. I'm not dominant, I'm not aggressive. I don't have aggressive demeanor to me, I never have. There's a lot of trans women that has very aggressive, everything about them, and that is not ladylike at all. You're wearing the pants in your relationship, you're wearing the pants just in general. You have to let that femininity, I can never say that right. You have to let that feminine energy, that woman, settle. Just let it flow. Stop having that guard up. And this is like outside of the thing, but my trans mother, when we had first met and hung out, I noticed that like she would size the men up if they was looking at her crazy. She'll give them like this look, because I always told her eyes is like, can be really intimidating to people. So she used to do that, and that type of stuff is looked at as like aggressive. You can't grow into your womanhood doing that, but she has grown so much into her womanhood that she don't, do all that now. I see the growth, I see it in her, and she let the woman kick in, be vulnerable, and that's what, even including myself, a lot of us transitioning from male to female, it's that we don't want that vulnerableness to kick in, and so people can be like, oh, you a little bitch, you a little this and that, you crying, you this and, no, but that's it's okay. That's a part of being a woman and a feminine being. You have to let that guard down. It's okay to be vulnerable, to let your emotions flow, and just be soft and calm. When I think of a feminine being and a woman, I think of smooth and soft. Not necessarily just body. Body, yes. But your demeanor, your presence is just like soft. Now don't get me wrong, that don't mean that this has nothing to do with like standing up for yourself. Because if we stand up for ourselves, transitioning from one and the other, and this is why I'm definitely going to do the voice feminization. If I was to get into an altercation with somebody now, my voice may not sound like it is now. Is going to drop and have me on some other stuff that I don't want to go back to. So I do my best to be a nice, soft, feminine being, because I don't want that aggressive side to come out. People have sad stuff or whatever, even on this bitch, and I could be going back and forth with them, going hell, making videos. To me, being dominant and aggressive, I can do that. I can very well do that. But that is like me transitioning backward. That's bringing a man's side out. Like some trans women you be hearing going off, screaming all loud, dropping every F-bomb and B-word, and even I did some of that, but I just don't be like doing the most. you hear trans women, and I would name this one that I'm pretty sure you guys know about, but I don't want to I'm not gonna mention her name, okay? You look, no issues with the lady if it's not needed. The way she talked to the men on live, calling them all types of B's and faggots, and even the person that they date, you know, they call them all kinds of B word. Like, you gotta let the lady, the woman, kick in. You're presenting as the woman on the outside physically. You need to let that woman kick in internally, and that's where a lot of trans women is fucking up at. They just want to transition on the outside and let that be feminine and soft and beautiful and cunt in a woman. But it's about the inside too, baby. That matters first, honestly. That matters first. So I'm not gonna go in a store and a man just looking at me. And I always call out people looking at me like they just looking at me, and I roll my eyes. I'm not gonna size you up. I'm not gonna go up to no man and mean mug you in your face. Like, no. At some point in your transition, you have to let that male man side, you gotta let that go. You can hold on to it if you like. You're just gonna be a dominant type of woman, I guess. But every woman is different, and I know that. You have butch type of girls, you have tomboys, you have very aggressive. I just don't see the point in being like aggressive and dominant in the bedroom and in real life. But I'm not here to gatekeep. I'm not here to gatekeep at all, because I'm transitioning myself, okay? I'm just speaking on some of these things that these people do. Always go by what you want inside, regardless of being a sex worker, regardless of being being on social media and seeing all these different people lives and people making it, and you know, it seems like everyone is rich and have Birkin bags, and don't feel shame about it. It'll be your turn. Just work for what you want. Do what you want. Do what you need to do. Some influence is good if it aligns with you. If you don't want to use your part down there, you do not have to. You do not have to. You can still make money. I don't top people every day, all day, every week, or every month. I'm good. There's plenty of men that appreciate women like me. You know, plenty of them that don't look for you to penetrate them or for them to suck and, you know, do all that. So you can still eat it up. Just be prepared, because there will be guys, you know, wanting it based on how you promote yourself anyway. Girl, it's crazy. It's crazy. You always have to take a moment of silence to yourself and think, like, is this what I want to do? Is this what I want? What do I want? Because we're still, a lot of us is still learning ourselves, and we're still growing. And if you're transitioning, just starting off, you have a lot of growing to do and going into your womanhood. Trust and believe that. I have growing to do as well. As long as you are getting what you want, that's all that matters. So in the future, Hazel Dior will have SRS surgery. Yes, I will. I'm not transitioning to be halfway. It was even a thing with the voice. Like, I always hated my voice my whole life, right? I always hated it. And I used to not speak. People would be like, you so quiet. Why you not saying nothing? Besides, the point is, I want to be left alone. Other than that, I really hated my voice, even as a male, living my life as a male. I never wanted to speak. I would speak as least as possible because I hated my voice. So when I did speak, I would speak so low, so you can barely hear me. Like, if someone's across the room and my sister be like, oh bro, come here, come meet such and such. And then they screaming from across the room, hey, what's up? What's up? You know, I would just walk over there and then be like, hi, instead of screaming across the room. Because I feel then the people going to recognize my voice and I don't even like it. Ain't that something? And it gotten better. It gotten better. I think my confidence, my confidence that I have made it better. So I don't give a F. We can't let that I don't give a F consume everything. Because you can become very confident to the point where you feel like, oh, I don't need nothing. I don't need this. I don't need that. And then it's not even about what you need. It's like, what do you want it, you know? Like, me and my trans mother first met, and my voice was lower when we met. And she have a lower voice as well. So, you know, I used to tell her, you know, talk about like my voice and stuff like that. And she used to say that, like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, I don't care if I sound like such and such, as long as everything else together. And up like, well, you know, cis women voices is, some have deeper voices. So I even was going off of that, like, I was aligning with her confidence. Well, like, shit, she's so confident with her motherfucking voice. She don't care to change it or have plans on changing it. I don't know if that changed. I don't have to give a fuck either. It's okay having a deeper tone voice. You know, I implemented that in my mind the same as I did with the penis. And I had a moment of silence to myself and say, no, I don't want to sound like no man. I'm not a man. I don't want to sound like one. I don't want to sound like Barry White. I don't. And I'm not. And I don't. I don't want no big peen. I don't want to F men. It's kind of interesting, right? Because I never had too big of dysphoria down here. The reason why is because I'm not big down there at all. I'm like so small, and I'm thankful for that. I've always been thankful for that for years. So if I had a big one, I would feel the need that I think my dysphoria would have been knocking very, very hard, you know, a lot sooner. It's to the point now where it's like it's useful for the moment because that's like I make my money just by you even having it, you know, the man like it. But what about after you're out of this business and you're definitely not going to be using it? I don't want this shit. I want it gone. I do have dysphoria down there. I make sure I'm tuck boots, okay? I have some real tight panties, okay? Use tape to tape it down, okay? And I put on real tight panties so it's secure, and I wear it that way like all day, every day. I do that. When I do get my motherfucking, let me go ahead and say it, when I do get my vagina, it will be exclusive to my man only, okay? So it'll just be like I'll be a virgin all over again, and it'll be exclusive for my man. But I'm not getting my pussy in order to use it for sex work. That's not gonna happen, honey. This is real sacred to me. This is my sacred womb, honey. It's my sacred womb, girl. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Please, I want y'all to start like sharing this video, my videos too. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I love you. Okay, I'll see you guys shortly.